Not that there's going to be anything in it. Hasn't been for a while. It's like annoying as well because I really wanted to talk to Miku because I wanted to research the photos, right?
Yeah, I suppose. She hasn't even gotten back to us about the ones we gave her. I don't know what kind of timeline you're supposed to expect. So this is his books. In the bookcase there is a book with a projector similar to the one you photographed in the mansion.
Aha!
The Spirit World. The device shown here was left by Kunihiko Aso. He used it to substantiate the existence of and communicate with the spirit world. He was a brilliant scientist and philosopher, and by appropriating Western culture in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, he combined new technology with his theory on the spirit world to prove its existence. It is said a few of his devices were able to capture an unbelievable existence from the spirit world, but posthumously, oh, if that's correct, it's such an awkward looking word.
Posthumously?
Yeah. From that singular beginning, his devices became a fashion item among dilettantes and were scattered around the country. One such device is this projector. Having completed the experimental stage of the camera obscura, a camera that photographs the other world, see above, he created a screen upon which to project the special images captured on the film. The records say that images were projected that could not be seen when they were photographed.
You added the heart of projecting the spirit world to your file.
We did have an updated note there. And updated Kunihiko Aso. I was going to say, do you want to try again on the wall there? Oh, we can just go straight to the note.
What? Try again on?
Yeah, the bookcase, just in case. Get all the notes while we're in the room. But then, yes, we could read what was updated.
So it's people and it's Kunihiko Aso. A scholar of the occult who lived in the second half of the 19th century. His research, known as mystical science, attempted to use the new Western technology to explain old Japanese folk beliefs and traditions about the other world. After completing his camera obscura, capable of capturing images of the other world, he made a projector using the same technology. Using this, he was able to play back supernatural images recorded on film that could not be seen on conventional equipment. Basically the same thing as before.
Yeah, and then the projector. The old projector from this house I saw in my dream. It was developed by Kunihiko Aso, who lived in the second half of the 19th century.
In the second half of the 19th century, you say?
It uses the technology of the camera obscura to show supernatural images from another plane that can't be played on normal equipment.
It's a shame they can't be played on normal equipment. Sorry, it's very strangely repetitive.
That bit was, yes. Yeah, I think that's our lot. What is that? Should I worry we're missing like a ghost?
I don't think we are. I think it's like that's the effect. That's what's happening. Okay. That's the new thing.
Oh, now she's at her desk.
Having trouble sleeping? Do you need to sleep in here with me?
Miku. Oh, and the cat's gone.
Ray, this is it.
Here you go, Ray. I thought this might have some connection to that photo of the passageway.
Buried mummies. It has been reported that in process of rebuilding Kukaiji Temple, which commenced last month, many mummies have been found in the walls of the hallway.
Ooh.
In the walls of the area called the Shadow Hallway in the temple, there were stains in the shape of humans But when that hallway was restored, someone noticed there was something like the root of a tree coming out of the wall. Digging it out, it turned out to be a mummy. In the other stained areas, many more mummies were found and quite a commotion was raised. The Kukai Temple insists they are enshrined saints, but certain observers argue that they may have been killed in sacrifice. Thanks, I'll just borrow this for a bit.
And that was the human column note updated, but we also added buried mummies to our file. Human-shaped stains note added. Here you go, Ray. I thought this might have something to do with that photo of the tomb. Many bones found in ruins. On the 8th, in a survey of an ancient castle ruins in the northern part of the prefecture, a large number of human bones were discovered in the ground. Stacked tombstones were excavated from the centre of the castle, an area thought to be the courtyard. Bone after bone was discovered beneath them. All bones are thought to be from the time the castle was built. The burial clothes seem to indicate they are from labourers who built the castle. It is believed they were buried after the castle's completion to protect the plan of the castle or the location of treasure, or perhaps those who built the castle were killed as a sacrifice.
Geez, just say you don't know. Thanks, I'll hold on to it for a bit.
We added the article Many Bones Found to our file. Ray, I researched that abandoned house we covered. Here, why don't you take a look?
Abandoned house. Coverage of the abandoned house. Below is a summary of what a newspaper reporter told me about the coverage of the abandoned house. I didn't have time before, so please take this as a reference. 1. History of the manor. They say there were several villages around the manor until the 1900s, but today only the abandoned house remains. Even the landowner does not know when or why it was built. Now, only the area around the entrance is left, but originally it was a huge manor, deep and strangely shaped. It seems on old maps a shrine is occasionally drawn in, but now there exists not so much as a trace of it, and not much is known about it. But on the outlying mountains it seems a myth-like story is told that is connected to the other world. 2. The rumour of the Ghost Manor may be due to the myth, but since long ago the abandoned house has been called a Ghost Manor, many people visit it just because of that rumour. The rumour is that you can meet the dead at the manor, and further, that the dead you meet will summon you to the other world. The rumour's origins are said to be in seances that were held in a shrine there, but that's merely a rumour too. In any case, I think the story of the mountain connected to the other world is the source of the rumour. It's very strangely written sometimes. Thanks, I really appreciate it.
We added abandoned house to our file. I think it's just the sort of the weird formality of the language, and then it's been translated into English. So it comes across a bit strangely.
If you need anything else, just let me know.
More updated notes there.
Ray, you've been working too hard. You should get some rest. What can I do for you?
Miku, I was wondering if you could research this photograph for me. Thanks.
Understood. I'll let you know if I find anything. It's raining again.
Oh, here was me putting the stress weirdly on one word, because I was expecting to have to do that 5 times.
Can you not do it again?
No.
It's raining again.
That is strange.
It's simply raining again.
But yes, it seemed like it wanted us to see the first encounter with Miku on the bed, and then it gave us the version of Miku where we could just give her things. Yeah, there's no cat, so it must be somewhere else.
I'm just going to have a brief look for it. What the...
Ah, those are legs. Take a photo of the legs. Ah. Those were definitely legs.
Oh, this game's so good. Actually, I was reading a news story because of the announcement of the remake of Maiden of Blackwater, which is a very modern game, Wii U. So, you know, the same era as Breath of the Wild. And a good game. I think we've watched an LP of it. We haven't done one ourselves, obviously. But the person behind Fatal Frame was saying, like, you know, due to the reaction that he got after the announcement of the remake, he's sort of thinking, well, maybe I should remake the earlier games.
Yeah, I saw that as well. And yes, I suspect there's an element of the games that came out on the Wii U weren't bad. It's just no one bought a Wii U.
I certainly didn't.
It was expensive, and the whole second screen thing was weird. Especially from Nintendo, where obviously for long-standing, like, you can play games with multiple people, and then they came out a console with where everyone needs the big expensive handheld controller, and it's like, of course it didn't really work.
Or you can just use a DS. Those are cheap.
Yes, now I'm waiting to see hauntings in cupboards and things. Yes, there is actually appetite for horror games. I think it's just read our notes. If we want to read any notes, we could do that in our bedroom and then head back to bed, I guess. Legs again? Are they there? No.
It was that shot they were on, wasn't it?
Wait, what?
The...
Oh, it's Miku.
Oh my
Miku, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Ray, you've been working too hard. You should get some rest.
Well, what about you, Miku? Is it not, like, exhausting teleporting round the house?
It's raining again.
Oh, she scared the bejesus
She
out
did,
of me.
because I saw the shadow and I was like, what's that? There isn't two Mikus.
I was half expecting it to be in here as well. And it's like, how did you get up here so quick? Okay. We're probably done. It does seem to be when we're up here that it happens most. And yes, it makes me wonder, because everyone else's favourite always seems to be 2. Whereas I love some of the mechanics in this one.
I like that it has... do we not want to read those notes?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I like that it has the sort of slower pacing. Things are broken up by the room stuff. So, incidents, human columns. The mound of graves in the courtyard inside the manor. In the ruins of an old castle, the bones of people thought to have worked on the construction were found under a mound. Shrine carpenters were buried alive as sacrifices? Did the same thing happen there too? Reminds me of that tower thing in is it Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem has that too?
Yeah, where it's like, you will become the foundation, literally sparted into the pit. The abandoned house. Miku tells me the house I went to was famous for being haunted. They say it's a place where people can meet the dead, and that the dead lure people into the other world. The words have stayed in my mind. What if you really is there inside that manor, calling out to me? What will I do?
And then human-shaped stains. Sacred rope was hung along the narrow corridor behind the door, where I heard the moaning, and the walls were covered in black human-shaped stains. There was a similar stain left behind after Yoshino Takagawa went missing. I read in one of the papers about mummified bodies being discovered behind the same kinds of stain. That's just a summary of what we've done. It was a bit not exciting. We could pop another save and then get into bed. How does it not go up to 6? I have to scroll over to 1.
Oops. Do you want to sleep?
Always.
This dream again. I thought I wasn't going to have it anymore.
Don't want to see anymore.
Hour 4. The evil dream.
Now we're Miku instead of Ray. And yes, it looks like the door behind us, the way out, is covered with a little effigy. So we're going to have to release that, I'm guessing.
There is a thick, sacred rope across the door. The door doesn't even budge when I try to open it. There is a strong presence emanating from the door.
And we probably could take a picture of the thingy.
Does that help?
We also don't have types of film.
Do we even have the camera obscura?
Don't know that we do.
This is just a camera.
Cool. Beyond the railing is something wrapped in cloth. In outline it looks human-shaped. So are we now the small-sized woman that can fit through holes?
Oops, a beam has fallen from the roof and broken through the floor.
Do we have a map?
Yes.
Himuro Mansion. So we're not in the Manor of Sleep.
So is this the haunted house then?
Yeah, the one that we actually visited.
There's a gaping hole in the floor, as if something heavy had fallen through it. It is dark inside the hole, and I can't even see the ground underneath.
Camera? Yes, it seems like, well, more than one person can be dreaming. They don't dream in the same place. The door has Sanskrit-like characters carved on it, as well as some metal fixtures for hanging something. The door seems to be locked.
Oh, that's very cool looking.
I like the mist. That just changed direction. Yeah, I was thinking there was an item.
Herbal medicine. Obviously we have been playing an easy for the purposes of making it more fun to watch, and so we can sort of talk while we're fighting and whatnot. So we haven't really had to use any health items so far.
No. Ropes.
God, they're creepy.
Could always use the camera to have a look up.
Okay.
Yes, they're attached to the rafters, but yes. I did
I meant
assume...
more the corpse looking like thing.
Yes, I did assume the sort of high ceilings with the poles are because you use them to store things up there. It's free real estate. Oh. There's a mirror and something standing in front of it.
Is this Chris's blood? No, it's a camera obscura.
But I don't want to remember anymore.
It was weird there. Oh. God. I was about to make a joke. Feels less appropriate now.
It was weird there.
It was weird there. Miku sounded just like Ray.
Thinking, I suppose
did her voice
I should
line.
probably do her lines, yeah. We now have film type and everything. Alright. So we must share resources, I guess. There's quite a few little doors around us. And that one's covered in talismans or paper, wards. The door is firmly closed.
Actually, come to think of it, sorry, I never actually clicked on the mirror. Big mirror in the far wall of the corridor. The rope in the corridor is shaking in the mirror. The long dark corridor stretching out behind me is making me feel a little uneasy.
I don't blame you. It's eerie.
Wasn't there something, like, just in front of it? Oh, that was the
camera. We picked it up, yeah.
Being silly, sorry. Third time's the charm?
I like the shadows there. And we got Type 61 film.
So is this a separate camera?
No, I think...
Well, it has the equipment
Yeah.
and the capabilities.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is
upgrade.
different though. Because didn't the other characters have more range?
I don't remember. Okay. Yeah, can we get into this room on our right? Waiting for there to be something.
Strange room. Or series of rooms, I suppose.
There's a miniature shrine above my head. The door of the shrine is open and I can see amulets and talismans inside. Oh, yeah, it is a miniature shrine. Strangely up.
Strangest thing about this wall is that a torch goes straight through it.
I mean, if they're paper.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. There is a stone slate on the door and several stones are inlaid. Perhaps it is a contrivance to unlock it. We tried, but it won't open. There is minute script engraved on the stone slab. Engraved in the pedestal the same number of panes as are engraved on the sleeping stone. Yeah, it turns out it's a self-contained puzzle because the sleeping stones are the inset stones. Are we missing one?
Yeah, the bottom left one should have one in it.
Right.
So now that we have the camera, I guess we're going back to, because we haven't actually seen that many rooms, but I think we'll just have to go back the way we came in.
But yes, we know how to solve these now. You just move the stones, the number of markings on them.
Behind you.
Did I get him? No.
And as he staggers back through the corridors.
Oh, that was too soon. Ow. Oh, that's, I thought I got him. You know what, let's do what we did before and get some space.
It's fast is the problem. And when really not, actually.
Actually, there's not more space here.
No, not really, I'm afraid. That was our kill.
More blood.
Sacrifice, some more blood.
There was something on the floor where the man with the hatchet was. Simulacrum mask. A white, expressionless mask. On the back is a metal attachment for hanging. Something has fallen on the floor. You've acquired the Sacred Stone Amulet. The Sacred Stone.
Special ability, Sacred Stone. Miku Hinasaki's special ability, Effect 1. Slow a ghost's movement. By pressing the circle button and using the Sacred Stone, you slow the movement of ghosts, if using default control settings. Since the ghost moves more slowly, it is easier to dodge attacks or aim in the shutter chance or fatal frame. You cannot use the Sacred Stone if the Sacred Stone meter drops to 0. If Miku damages a ghost or receives damage, the Sacred Stone meter replenishes.
Oh, that's interesting. So if you're doing well or poorly,
just levels up, charges up. The higher your level, the faster it replenishes, and the longer its duration of effect.
You can upgrade to the special abilities from the Camera Obscura menu. Let's have a look at that now.
We may actually want to eat a little. Yeah, special stone is at the bottom there. That menu you were just on. Special stone.
Oh, right, yes. Cool. Can't do anything with it right now, though.
So we still haven't gotten the thing to get through the door.
But we have something to hang up, which is there was the capacity for on the
little
locked
shrine
door with the Sanskrit lettering.
Oh, okay. Right, yes, that's back this way then. All the way back to the main room we were in.
I know, it's just I don't trust this mirror. It's really, like, it's showing me some very peculiar angles.
I'm assuming there will be a ghost above us, but other than that... Yep.
I thought there'd be something to take a photo of.
No, it's just
that was
teasing
disturbing.
us, yeah. Just gave a good gasp. Boards stick out from the broken wall by my feet, as though the wall had been smashed from the inside. I think now ghosts can appear, like underneath us, through the floor, or above us. Oh yeah, you could try taking a picture of the effigy on the door.
That what's glowing, right?
Because it wasn't sort of teasing us with it when we didn't have the camera. An image of something has emerged on the photo. I think that was the other bit where we could peer in and we saw a round thing going down, if you remember.
It
was a while ago.
It looks like somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay. But here we go.
The metal fixtures on the back of the simulacrum mask look like they are made to match perfectly with the fixtures on the door. You hung the mask on the fixtures? On the door. The face of your simulacrum mask I hung on the door has changed to an expression of anger.
Ooh. The door appears to be unlocked.
Well, since she was dressed as a shrine maiden and this door appears to be unlocked, it looks like it could be the end of the episode.
We'll see you next time.